It has been 1 week since it has been announced. And a few days, but who's counting anyway? And thus, Street Fighter V has announced Arcade Edition.
And surprisingly, I don't know what to think of it. So what's up, guys? I'm Grisso. I'm gonna give my opinion about the Arcade Edition that I've got going on. So if you've been subscribed to the channel, you'll probably be aware that there's been a bit of a significant lack of content recently, in about a month. But the time I did record the session was about 2-3 months ago. So it has definitely been a while since I've been playing Street Fighter V. Now don't get me wrong, it's also one of the most episodic of any of the videos that I have on the channel, topping the whole leaderboards with 60 I will say that for the vanilla version of Street Fighter V, there were some good things going on for it, there were some bad things going on for it. A good thing about this game, I would feel, would be introduction of V-triggers and how it's kind of similar to the alpha counter in a way, but I enjoy that aspect. The V skill was also pretty cool, somewhat. Like for some characters, I feel like it's a great tool. Look at Balrog, for God's sakes. Look at Guile, for God's sakes. And then you look at Fong and you go, what happened? Why isn't he in the game yet? How do people get the cheat codes to play as Fong? It's gotten to the point where the great ideas are also coming to bite itself back in the ass, because comeback mechanics with some certain characters are getting a little overdone. If you've watched the competitive scene a little, you'll probably realize that many characters and their V's triggers and V skills are completely overshadowing a whole bunch of the other bits of the cast. It struck my interest when I saw a couple people talking about Street Fighter V and how it's actually going to be having an arcade edition. Based on what I'm seeing and what I have seen from the trailer is that the game is going to be getting a new arcade mode, which will span across the entire timeline of the original Street Fighter back in '87 to Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter 3, and Street Fighter 4. So that would be interesting, I would say, in the face of having that arcade mode, but even I'm over here a little wary of it, because not all the characters from those games and the franchise are present in said game, so I'm hesitant to say that I'll be excited for it. For the people who are excited about the arcade modes, like, hats off. I will say that single player content is actually now getting introduced, other than the story of the game, which even I would say was a pretty, I would say like a 6 out of 10 story. There were some cheesy moments, and the fact that Armika is thirsty as heck for that muscle power, it was still interesting to watch. And soon I'll be, when the arcade edition comes out, I'll play the stories for both of those. That way I can save up that fight money. Another thing that was introduced was the extra battle mode, which even I'm reading this from the Event Hub's article. I'll leave a link in the description. Extra battle mode brings a new series of time-exclusive challenges that allow players to use their fight money for a chance to receive an exclusive premium outfit each month. Complete all 4 challenges each month and receive a special premium costume exclusive to this mode. It's kind of similar to the challenges that were incremented in Street Fighter V that you could earn your fight money for, but now you can earn your costumes. I could see that as being pretty cool and interesting. As a guy who doesn't technically own the game, but plays it whenever he gets the chance to record for it, it'll be a bit of a grind, I know for myself, but it'll also be a grind for my buddy who actually does own the game and may have the time to play it on his hand. I mentioned that V-triggers were going to be introduced. V-triggers were a little busted in the vanilla version for some characters. The competitive scene complained about it because combos didn't allow variety. There weren't exclusive reasons to keep said character when you've got problems with how the characters played. It didn't feel like you were playing the character. It felt like, okay, 1, 2, combo, oh look, I have V-trigger, summon, and continue the combos afterwards. Maybe I'll land a Raging Demon afterwards. Speaking of which, Akuma hype. It's a refreshing breath of fresh air to know that Capcom is implementing more to their game, giving it more variety to the spices that is Street Fighter V. So I'm excited. I don't know what will happen for the characters in general, but it'll be interesting to see. And then the new thing was the gallery. I don't know what the gallery does. It's probably just something like viewing the art style, which it's cool. New UI interface. I'm completely unrelated with the term. Hold on one sec. Oh, graphics improvement. Okay, that actually sums it up quite nicely. And color scheme as well for game's menu portion. Good to know. So it'll be nice to see how the graphics improve. I don't know, like, what direction that Capcom's gonna take their graphics, but it should be pretty good. And as well as the Season 1 and Season 2 DLC characters. So, if you missed out on purchasing Street Fighter V, the vanilla version, and you just watched, you can buy the arcade edition and you'll automatically get every single character from the Season 1 and Season 2 DLC, which I find pretty awesome for the new guys. I don't know exactly what that will have for the Street Fighter V guys who have already gotten the game and haven't exactly grinded it out, because there's other fighting games to be played, like Tekken 7 or Brawlhalla or other stuff like that. Just, give variety to the channel. According to this article, I'll leave another link in the description, Arcade Edition has revealed an interesting piece of information for the game. If you're buying the digital version, it'll be a simple download. However, if you're buying a physical copy at retail, you'll have an additional aspect to worry about. Season 1 and Season 2 DLC will have to be redeemed by code. Good things, I would say, you've got your single player content now being released out into the world. You've got characters that you can unlock with or without your actual money. Instead, if you don't have the money to buy like a $5.99 to purchase for a character, you can spend your time, grind it out online, and buy these characters. I find that as a decent paying model. I mean, look at what they did with Brawlhalla. You earn a certain amount of coins for playing online and you can unlock other characters, but they would have weekly rotation, which I'm actually surprised that Street Fighter V isn't doing that. Capcom, take notes. Ooh, bonus stage. When the game gets released in mid-January, hopefully hopefully Capcom can be able to present the new flavor of fighting game ice cream with good taste. With good taste. I'm excited to see what all that they're going to do, but Capcom, as a fan who enjoys your fighting games, I will say this: what you're promoting on screenshots, I really hope that this does work, because if not, I will say this: Street Fighter V may not have that bright of a future on my channel. I really want it to. I really want to enjoy this game. So that'll be my message. I really hope that everything goes according to plan, and I hope you guys have a friggin' awesome day. Hit that Psycho seal of approval, because Dan Hibiki-san really needs that right now. Also, bring Dan for Street Fighter V. Yeah. Y'all have a good night. Peace.